This has to be one of the cutest things I have ever seen. Like, legitimately, when I watched the trailer that came out today for Oshi no Ko, and I was greeted with this just little moment, and just seeing the kids, they're raving the lights. I'm like, yo, that's so adorable, like, man, it's so adorable. Like, straight up, Oshi no Ko is going to be Wholesome anime of the season. When it airs, when the first episode comes out, it's gonna straight up be one of the most wholesome anime, because, like, oh, holy crap, like, you're not gonna tell me, just seeing in that trailer with the cutesy vibes, the color palette, and then seeing the kids just, they're raving the lights and all that, these little kids doing that, I'm just like, yo, this is straight adorable. That's literally all that could really be used to actually describe it. And, like, I think everybody can agree that watched the PV trailer that came out today, that Oshi no Ko is looking to be an absolute banger of an anime when it does in fact air. So let's talk about it for a brief moment, okay? So, for one, I want to talk about the first episode. So, from what I am hearing, apparently the first episode of Oshi no Ko is going to be 90 minutes long. Yeah, that is honestly insane. It's honestly been a while since I watched a first episode that has been that long. It's basically, in its own way, movie length. That they're making the first episode of Oshi no Ko a literal movie. And I think that the content that it's going to cover, if I think about, you know, the manga, because FYI, I have read the manga of Oshi no Ko, I think that 90 minutes is a good stopping point to get people, let's say, invested in the series, and let's discuss that. So basically, I think many of us that, let's say, watch anime, we can all agree that we usually do a 3-episode rule. We give a series a few episodes to see if it is up to our standards, or if something that we want to dedicate time to and watch on a weekly basis. That's usually what I try to live by, at least a 3-episode rule, and I feel like this is a common theme with a lot of people in the anime community. And so since the series is technically going to be 90 minutes long, it's going to have enough time to really kind of give us all the details to the world, to the characters, to the overarching story of Oshi no Ko. It's going to be just straight up fantastic. And I'm just going to say, a little bit of the synopsis, by the way, it is an idol series. Like, it's... now, look, I know some might not like that, but as someone that basically, like, doesn't normally like idol series and stuff like that, I promise you, it's legitimately good. Now, another thing to kind of make you interested, the writer of Oshi no Ko wrote Kaguya. So, yeah, FYI there, if you were unaware of that, the same author of Kaguya-sama Love is War wrote Oshi no Ko. Not the art, by the way, but wrote. So, that is some interesting information if you were unaware of that. Now, getting a little bit deeper overall into what we saw from the trailer today, the trailer's visuals, speaking, beautiful. Looks really beautiful, looks on point. I think it does a really good job of replicating the vibe and feel that the manga had when I read it for the first time. I was like, yeah, this is exactly what I would expect from a series being brought to life in movement and anime form. I'm not really disappointed. I don't really see any warning signs, so to speak, of Oshi no Ko's first episode. Now, obviously, anything can happen, and since I have been making a lot of videos on this type of topic, we know that there's been a lot of anime delays, etc., hiatuses, and, you know, pushing back a series. We've seen this, and it's not just, let's say, an Aniplex problem. Anything can happen. Do I think that Oshi no Ko is going to run into that issue? Who knows? Nobody probably knows. But the point is that for them to make a 90-minute episode, and if it bangs, it does really well, I don't think we necessarily need to worry maybe for a delay. I don't think there's probably going to be a worry or concern there, but at least from now, from looking at everything, it looks really good. Like, it legitimately looks like a really good first episode, and it's gonna bang. I can already see now, everybody's gonna be talking about it. It's gonna probably trend, because it's gonna be one of those episodes that's gonna come in kind of out of left field. And to also explain that one, if anyone remembers years ago, like when ReZero was making the rounds, like season 1, so to speak, I remember there was some that obviously has read the original source of ReZero, and they were hyping it up, but, you know, it was kind of like a underground series, so to speak. Like, not a lot of people knew of ReZero at that time, from my assumption. And when the anime came out, when the first episode was like an hour long, it blew everybody away, such as myself. I remember doing a reaction to it. It was absolutely an incredible first episode. And when you think about that concept, I feel like Oshi no Ko is going to be something similar. I do think that there's a lot more name around it. A lot more people have heard about Oshi no Ko, but I feel like it's going to come as a surprise and a shock for many in terms of just how good the first episode is and how probably high quality it might be if it's done right. Because I want to say it right now, if it's done right, it's high quality, doesn't run into any production issues, it's probably going to be the anime of the season. Easy. Easy. It's going to be hard to beat it if it is done right. Obviously, anything can happen. I can't see the future, don't know where it's going to go, but if it's done right, anime of the season. So, yeah, I wanted to talk about that. Like, I can't get over the cuteness of the trailer as well. If you have not seen it, go watch the trailer. It's great. But, yeah, keep your eyes peeled for Oshi no Ko, everyone. Like, if you are wanting to watch something good, go watch it when it comes out. Like, I'll definitely be putting a review up for the first episode when it does officially air. But okay, guys, I love you. You all have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Be safe, stay healthy. Chibi out.